do have our friends from the UK online from I4IS, so we're going to interpolate them into the sequence here. Andreas Hein from I4IS is on Zoom, and I think is going to attempt Zoom screen share for the first time this weekend. So let's see if we can make that work.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for having me. It's a great opportunity to participate to the RAG 2021 this way. I'm actually calling in from Luxembourg, so 9 hours time difference. Yeah, so what is I4S? For those of you who haven't heard about our organization, it's a UK-based not-for-profit company which was founded in 2012. We also have a US branch of that company. Our objective is to conduct research and development, education, and public outreach towards interstellar travel. There are about 40 people working within our organization. Some major achievements. Some of you might know about Project Lara, the first study to reach an interstellar object such as Oumuamua, which was discovered in 2017. We've also organized an international competition, student competition on laser-powered solar sails, laser-powered sails in 2015. One of the designs by the team from UCSB subsequently then evolved into the architecture, which is currently the basis for Breakthrough Starshot. We also provided a small feasibility study for Breakthrough Starshot, which we called the Andromeda probe in 2016, prior to the announcement of Starshot. And last but not least, we are also engaging in AtoSat development. More about that later on, where we are engaging in education and also technical hardware development. We're collaborating with numerous organizations, universities, as well as agencies, companies, etc. For instance, the International Space University, Breakthrough Initiatives, the European Space Agency, Limitless Space Institute, etc., etc. Now, some of the achievements from our technical committee from 2019 to 2021, we published a paper in 2020 about using small or fleet of balloons to search for biosignatures in the Venusian atmosphere, subsequent to the discovery of potential biomarkers in 2020. We recently published a paper about near-term self-replicating probes. I mean, self-replicating probes are quite prevalent in various publications about SETI. They're considered to be like the ultimate exploration engine. We're actually looking into the question of what can actually be done. How far can we close the self-replicating loop with currently existing technologies? Then also quite recently, we published a state-of-the-art paper on world ships in collaboration with Frederick Morin from the CNRS and Cameron Smith, who is an anthropologist, and which provides a broad overview over the topic of world ships. So the paper is for free. Please have a look if you have the possibility. Then last but not least, Project Lara. So we published 4 papers in total about various missions to Oumuamua, but also Borisov and other hypothetical interstellar objects using various types of propulsion, flybys, nuclear thermal propulsion, etc., etc. So this is really one of the research areas we are expanding on. Now, most recently, we also started looking into swarm-based interstellar communications. So using a fleet of spacecraft, which form a swarm at interstellar distances and then act as a kind of single transmitter. And we are investigating the question of how these swarms can be formed and how the communication capabilities can be enhanced by this, by forming a swarm. Now, just to give you an overview of our scientific output, so we are consistently publishing peer-reviewed journal papers in top quartile venues. Some journals you might be quite familiar with Astrophysical Journal Letters, Acta Astronautica Advances in Space Research. Now I'm making the transition from the technical committee to the educational committee. So we are doing research and education on ATOSATs. So these are like gram-scale spacecraft. We developed the first dedicated chipset teaching module in collaboration with Breakthrough Initiatives and the International Space University. It was a 2-week module. We had contributions from Mason Peck from Cornell, Zach Manchester from Stanford, and Brett Streetman from Draper Labs. And we also have a dedicated team working on developing an ATOSAT. These are mostly students from former students from Drexel University, but we also have researchers from University of Pennsylvania joining this effort. The idea is essentially to put a neural network on a very tiny postage stamp sized spacecraft, and if launched into space, this will be the smallest spacecraft that has been launched and operated in space. Now, in terms of education, we have some major collaborations going on with the International Space University. We delivered several interstellar modules. The 2 last years were dedicated interstellar modules dealing with world ships. We had 4 teams each time working on specific projects around world ships, and they wrote up like paper-style reports. We are also engaging in co-supervising so-called individual projects. They are a little bit similar to like bachelor thesis projects. We are co-supervising 2 to 6 of these projects per year. We have multiple papers that got submitted to IAC, and we also have even journal papers which are based on these IP projects. We also had this year a major event, which was the Interstellar Studies summer course, which we delivered in collaboration with Limitless Space Institute, which was a 1-week intense interstellar course covering a variety of topics related to interstellar. And we're very thankful to Limitless Space Institute for this opportunity. Now, in terms of education, we are also engaging in outreach with different schools in the UK, USA, Nigeria, Vietnam, as well as astronomy societies in UK. Just to give you an example, so here you can see some pictures from a course at the Royal Institution targeting the 13th to 15th age group, as well as last year, the 16th to 18th groups. So the workshop was named Skateboards to Starships. Last but not least, we also have our free quarterly Interstellar Magazine. We have 34 issues to date. Please have a look at these issues. I mean, I think the last couple of issues were like 80 to 90 pages. So tons of material. Please have a look. Beautiful images. So anybody can find something interesting in these issues of Principio. If you would like to support our activities, we also have a membership program. So this is essentially for supporting our technical and educational activities, but you also get some benefits. For instance, access to member-exclusive posts, videos, and advice. Free and discounted pricing for publications, merchandising, events, etc., etc. If you're interested, please have a look at the link below. And with that, thank you very much for your attention.